What's up guys and girls, Lazy Dragon here, and welcome back to Night in the Woods. Last time around, we decided it was time to go on a ghost hunt. But before we go out and hunt the supernatural, we should probably talk to our mother, because you know, it's her house, and she may kick us out if we keep acting like a bitch. Morning, sunshine! You feeling okay? You look a little limp. You know, like the corpse. After I've finished stabbing your ungrateful bitch ass. Yeah, weird dreams, weird night, weird autumn, haha, the future DLC. You say weird a lot. She's an Al Yankovic fan. Just being honest, you taking headache meds? They're in the bathroom cabinet. Yeah, I am, they're kinda working, kinda not. What, you mean they do 50% of the work and then have a nap? I didn't realise that headache tablets were actually Mexicans. Well, maybe you need more sleep. I mean, more than the 10 hours or so you already get. You've always been my sleepy girl. Oh, things you should not say to somebody who has recently taken Rohypnol. What did you do last night? Took Rohypnol. Went to the library with B. That sounds nice. It was, apart from the fact I can't read. So I just sort of stared at the pretty pictures. Okay, gotta go. Be safe, hon. Take it easy, you really do look a little tired, and I'm far too old to be getting another child to replace you with. Maybe it's a good day to get out in the fresh air. Hopefully we don't get hit by a bus. Although of course that would give me a very interesting thumbnail for the video. We got ourselves a great poet here, ladies and gentlemen. Hey Selmas, you were great last night. Ah, thanks. Having you to bounce ideas off helped. I am good for that, yes, bounce things off of me. I am large and rubbery and is essentially just a bouncy castle. Do I want to hear a new poem? Sure. This is a short one. Is it 2 words long? And does the first word rhyme with duck and the second word rhyme with two? Here we go. I got mad one time. It was online. I've been mad on the internet before too. I can relate to this poem on an emotional level. It's crazy making. That's it. I got mad one time, it was online. And that qualifies as a poem. If I realised being angry online translated into easy money, I would have written my autobiography a long time ago. Hey, it's our good buddy Bruce. Out here smoking a cigarette, enjoying the country air. Getting kinda cold, huh? Yeah, nip in the air at night. I like fall when it gets cold. Me too. Real pretty out, swell. I used to cry at fall trees when I was a kid. Cry at the trees? What, is some sort of weapon? My tears shall form nunchucks with which I shall assault these fall trees? What? Are fall trees different from normal trees? Oh, because they were so pretty, that's why you hated them and hit them with nunchuck tier-based weapons. I did that when my daughter was born. I attacked the hospital staff with nunchucks. You have a daughter? Wait a second. I mean, they're both cats. And May's dad is kind of negligent. Is there sort of a mum banging the postman story going on here? Where is she? Sorry. She's probably dead, May. Everyone in this game suffers from the 4 Ds, which we've been over so many times. Dead, depressed, divorced, fucking dumb. Actually, I suppose the last one would have to be renamed to Ducking Dumb. But actually, that does kind of work, because it's sentient animals. Ducking Dumb is probably a terrible insult in this part of the woods. What are you doing here? Are you Greg? Hey, gent, you're not Greg at all. Hey, May Borowski? Yeah. What are you doing back here? What are you holding? Is that a lacrosse racket? Does Greg know you're back? Nah, just here for a day. Had to pick up some stuff from Greg's mom. Hauling back to school tonight. Ah. Didn't you go to school? What are you doing here? Alright, don't be too judgmental. You're here as well. Same as you, just back for a day, let's lie to the fox. What school did you end up going to? If you try to name a child that, then the doctor is legally allowed to slap you. You're out in Bright Harbour, right? Isn't that the Fallout 4 DLC? How's that? Although if it is Fallout, it would explain why she appears to be wearing radar armour when everyone else is wearing t-shirts. I mean, seriously, a spiked collar? In a world full of sentient animals? Is this Zootopia? Cool. You go to an expensive college. Oh, you go crossbow hunting. I take back everything I previously said. I thought you were playing the cross by yourself. Greg still does, kinda. Yeah, I still hunt rabbits and stuff. Still hunt rabbits. Sentient animals. There's a bunny in town I spoke to the other day. No, nothing big, you know. Killing rabbits, that's nothing big. I'm glad to see that segregation is still alive and well in Possum Springs. I was shooting at that tree over there. Then I noticed there was a dude sleeping behind it. So I shot at the dude. Oh yeah, that's Bruce. He's nice. Well, I'm just glad I didn't accidentally put a bolt in his face. Oh yeah, that'd be bad. Well, it was nice seeing you. You still see Greg sometimes? Oh, you know, when I'm home, sometimes. Well, tell that cousin of mine he needs to come see me out in Bright Harbour. I've got a crossbow bolt with his name on it. Well, what a lovely conversation that was. Jen, Greg's cousin, okay? She looks even more deranged in the picture than she does in real life. Now, the task last episode was to go to various spooky locations in order to find a possible murderer. So we're going to go talk to all of May's friends who hopefully will give her a lift to where she needs to go. Hey Angus. So I said I could take you up to the park. You did indeed. You ready to go? Ah, hell yeah, let's go to the park with a bear. It will be a teddy bear's picnic. I'm excited. Are you? Yeah, we never get to hang out. Ghost hunting with Angus. Yeah, a straight-to-DVD film. So you think the guy you saw was a ghost? Not a guy, a ghost. Apparently you stop being a guy when you die. I don't know, maybe your genitals fall off. Maybe that's why ghosts are annoyed with us all the time and haunting things. They can't have sex. If I was undead, you can be certain the first thing I'd do is go around shooting that ectoplasm at anything that moved. If you know what I'm saying, ladies. Ha 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 ha. There's a reason I'm making videos on the internet for a living. Right, Angus, ready? Let's go find some evidence to prove that ghosts count. A ghost walking up and saying hello would count as evidence. And me saying, hey, I verified you are a dead person. Could be a zombie or a Frankenstein. Okay, maybe if they're made of ghosty stuff. Ghosty stuff can be our podcast. No, we're not starting a bloody podcast now, of all things. It takes me long enough to do the voices of just the two main characters walking around. Not voicing an entire 2-hour odd podcast. The park! Nice evening. Yeah, it's alright. My mum used to take me up here to play frisbee. I got hit in the teeth with a frisbee once, full speed. Jeez. Casey and me were throwing things at each other's heads. Kinda your own fault, mate. We stopped after the frisbee. Probably wise. What have we got up here in the park? Notice board? Posted. Do not feed or touch the wildlife. Oh, it's a bit extreme. You could probably touch a bit of the wildlife. I'm sure there's no park keeper hiding behind every tree waiting to pounce on you in case you get slightly too close to a bird's personal space. You can't go to the woods to, socialise with the woods, I guess. There's some folks living in cabins up here. You can, feed and touch them if you want. Okay, I feel like that's an appropriate amount of time for the silence there. There's all kind of weird stuff back up in the park. Old stuff just hanging out in the woods. We'll hit my old scout camp on the way up, I think. Busy woods. Okay, better get going before it gets dark. Well, that's nice. He took us to the park. We're going to go see his old scout camp. We are having a wonderful day out with Angus. Oh, even the music's changed to reflect that. It's sort of like this nice little jaunty tune now, sort of doo-doo-doo. No songs about dying anywhere else, no songs about bicycles or whatever other crap we were forcing May to play. No, just a nice little doo-doo-doo. Everything's happy and cheerful and... What is this? You alright? Yeah, I got asthma, is all. Ah, now I see why people were terrified of grizzly bears. All those trappers back in the Old West, trying to catch themselves a bear for a bear pelt. Unfortunately, the bears were always one step ahead of them, because they remembered to bring their inhalers. Sorry you gotta wait for me. Do you have an inhaler? Didn't you run cross-country back in junior high? Yeah, but I never finished a race. Oh, this is us finding closure for Angus. We're going to challenge him to a race and then we'll fall over and he'll win. This is perfect. We can help Angus get some closure. What is this thing? This is like a lime kiln, I think. Just in case you need to cook some limes. Or limestone, maybe. Yeah, limestone makes a lot more sense than some weird mason in the Middle Ages, taking armfuls of fruit and vegetables, chucking them in, going, "Ha-ha! I shall make the greatest lime houses the world has ever seen!" You, like, do something with it in there, and it becomes this other thing. Science 101 with Angus. Oh. Limestone's weird because it's mostly made of skeletons of sea creatures, from millions of years ago. Just think, May. Millions of years from now, you too could be a stone. Whoa. No way. What do you mean, no way? Don't tell me May's a creationist. I know, right? Like, right where we're standing, there were like ancient horrible sea monsters. In the forest. Creepy. And awesome. Yes, where's Nessie? Give me Loch Ness, give me Loch Ness, give me... I don't know any other sea creatures apart from the Kraken. And I don't really want to get up close and personal with the Kraken. He's very touchy-feely. And sort of leaves hickey marks on you whenever he removes his tentacles. Angus, you need to take your inhaler, mate. Need to take a break? I'm okay. I'm okay. Don't worry about me. The bear is fine. No problem. So if this place was underwater, where'd the water go? Why aren't there ancient shark bones up here? Where'd the water go? I don't know. To the ocean, I guess. And like the earth is always shifting, so mountains get all pushed up where it used to be just flat ground. Weird, because things are so boring nowadays. Yes, the mountains appeared overnight. I went to sleep one night, woke up the next morning, there's a sodding mountain range outside my window. I'm thinking, how did those get there? No, those mountains totally didn't occur over millions of years, mate. Feckin' moron. It's still happening, there's always weird stuff. There's always mountains being made, it happens over a long time just because there isn't fucking Krakatoa appearing immediately in front of you. Does not give you an excuse to say, wow, things are boring now. God damn, mate, you're so fucking needy. Oh, damn, we are killing Angus here. He's puffing and wheezing and huffing, and he's probably going to blow one of the little pigs' house down before too long. Seriously, it's okay. Hang on for a minute. I should know all this stuff about, like, ancient sea rock creatures or whatever. Lime. Stone. I was going to take a class on dinosaurs back at school. Yes, the famous dinosaur class. Every school offered it up. It was chemistry, physics, and dinosaurs. Those were all on the curriculum. What happened? It was all full up. Well, no shit, people like dinosaurs. I bet that class fills up fast. I love dinosaurs. Dinosaurs are like the most interesting animals. I mean, they're not, because they evolved into chickens. Just imagine that for years now there are chickens behind fences staring up at the sky and dreaming of what could have been if they were 20 foot tall and green. Things were so scary and cool back then, in the dinosaur times. Are you basing all of this off of Jurassic Park? We'd die in like 5 minutes, haha. Oh yeah, ancient creatures would eat us, no problem. Be glad for the millions of years between us. Which is exactly how much distance I want to put between me and May. You go stand over there with your weird shit, I'll stay over here in the land of the sane. Okay, let's do this. We're almost at the top. Come on, Angus, all the way. You and me, berry boy. We're gonna do this. We're gonna save the world. We're gonna find a ghost. Ooh, boy, it is dark. Looks like it's night in the woods. Ah, name drop. Well, that was a hike. That was a lot easier when I was 11. We passed, what, 3 gates on the way up here? I lost count. Weird. Used to be open back then. Ready to go? Not far now, just up ahead. Ooh, I heard something there. Sort of a crick or a click. Is there someone nearby? Graves, huh? Yeah, these were... I forget. Cheers, Angus. They were involved in the Possum Massacre. Dun dun dun. That, like, labour strike thing, where it was like the miners versus the National Guard. I mean, I don't want to play favourites here, but if I was a betting man, I know who I would pick in a fight between miners and the National Guard. And up next in our Colosseum of Craziness, we have a group of schoolchildren against the SAS. Who will win? Why are they buried up here? I think these were some of the bad guys, and some of the miners didn't want them buried in town. Oh. There's like a few old graveyards up here from like colonial times. Hey, ancient Indian burial grounds, this will be fun. Oh, sorry, ancient Native American burial grounds, of course. Ancient Indian burial grounds are, well, they're in India. It's just really old Indian people. Yeah, there's nothing left to be scared of up here, apart from the kidnapper, who may or may not have murdered some poor innocent animal. Go on. Is anything going to be here? Or is this just a lovely trip to the woods for May and Angus? It is, it's just a lovely trip to the woods. Wow, we're really up high. And really far out. Far out, dude. I can't see town from here. It's south of us, behind whatever that ridge is. So what, are we just supposed to wait here and see if anything happens? You tell me, you're the expert, motherfucker. I guess we'll just wait here and see if anything happens. All night. Alone. Nice night. Yeah. Back at school I couldn't see as many stars because I was short and the stars were really far away. That always made me sad. Oh yeah, they're really nice up here. I wish I knew the constellations like you did. What? You know all the names and the stories and stuff. I wish I could never remember them other than... I think that one up there is like a bell or something. You've let us down, Angus. You've let yourself down, you've let the rest of the audience down. Worst of all, you've let me down. Because I'm really into stars. I could point at one and go, look, there's a star, give me an award. We spotted constellations together, and you told us all about them. Don't you remember those good times, Angus? That's not a thing that happened. May's making up good times in her head. Maybe it was a dream or something. God, I barely remember now. I wonder what fake constellations and stories you dreamed up. Okay, humour me here. I'll find the constellations, you tell me about them. Okay then. Alright, find me some constellations. Is this like Okami? Where I'm just going to have to draw around the stars? These will be the constellations I remember. Or dreamed that one time. Okay, which constellations? It is, you have to draw between them. Oh, there's loads up here. Oh, 3 in a line, that's Orion's belt. And then, boom, that's Orion's belt. Yeah? No? Maybe? I need to connect some more, do I? Here we go. This is the great six-pointed shape of... the cat being shot. It's a cat. He's got arrows sticking out of him. And he's chasing a diamond. Oh, I know this one. Don't remember his name. He lived... You remember the stories about the forest god? Yeah! My granddad used to tell me Adina stories. Oh, okay then. Anyway, this cat was in there. Liked shiny things, was good at getting through the forest. Was really good at stealing. Why is he dressed as a bellboy? He's really good at stealing. He also works in the nearby hotel. So maybe don't leave your luggage by itself. Oh wow, yeah, I used to call him Ass Cat when I was little. Well, then he stole a diamond from a king and got arrowed to death. Back in the good old days, arrowed to death meant being shot by arrows. Nowadays it means Stephen Amell comes over to your house and beats you in the face. But he was slick enough that he jumped out of his body and became immortal or something. Huh. Decent. Extremely decent. There's a solid constellation. What have we got down here? Oh, we can connect you to you. It's just like Okami, except instead of trying to make me draw a bomb, it's just lines between stars. Connect that to that. Why can I not connect that star? Damn it, I want to connect the stars in my way. Hey, there's the bell. And in the middle is this eye, looking at you. The Illuminati have moved on from triangles. I know this one a little from like prog rock album covers. I think the world ends when it rings. I think you die when it rings when it's looking at you. Well, crap. It's high up enough, it's always kind of looking at all of us, right? God damn. So if that bell rings, you will die, regardless of whether you're a good person or not. Fate is decided entirely by one very angry bell ringer. Quasimodo, you sick bastard, you will be the death of us all. I like the music in this bit. I don't know why, the music is just really nice. Do, do. Hey, it's the great trapezoid of the stars. It's a whale! Oh, it's just like Discworld, where instead of a turtle with elephants on its back that hold up the world, it's a whale with, like, 3 houses. Oh wow, that's sad. Yeah, it is kind of sad that the whale has to support the entire world. Kind of a lot of responsibility. Did the whale consent to this? I think it's just always been the way. Oof. You gotta wonder why people made these up. I mean, like these specifically. Who saw a whale and was like, needs to be carrying something? They didn't know what the Earth was. Yeah. Sad but true. Back then we hadn't even invented carrier bags, so the whale had no choice but to store everybody's house on his back. I don't assume everything I don't understand is a whale. You could start. Oh, that's real nice. Somebody get Terry Pratchett... No, crap, Terry Pratchett's dead. Somebody get the estate of Terry Pratchett on the phone and see if we can make a Discworld spin-off where the turtle's replaced with a whale. And the final constellation... What do you think it's going to be? So far, it's a coffin. Ah, yes, the famous Dracula constellation. It's a pope. He breathes fire. I didn't know the pope could do that. Oh, this one is real. Or at least the dude is. Rubello. Yes, we saw the statue of him outside the church. Oh, we never went there. Do you not know your saints at all? God! Nah, none of my family were into it. My saints were all like, astronauts and authors. Good choice. Why have a Saint Benedict when you could have a Saint Buzz Aldrin? Be a much better saint. Patron saint of going to space and inspiring good animated films. That's a saint I'd like to worship. So that's all the constellations, huh? We're like way out here, huh? In the park? Yeah, I guess. Spooky.
Too spooky.
I don't know, it's pretty safe, and the stars are pretty.
So you don't believe in ghosts at all?
Nah, I don't believe in ghosts or gods. Ever since that incident with the Tooth Fairy, I don't believe in much of anything anymore.
You don't believe in anything?
I mean, there's no evidence for them, and people have really tried.
Did you ever?
Yeah, when I was a kid.
Tell me about it. As if he hasn't told you enough stories already. The dude's not a television. You can't just tune him to whichever story you want to hear next. Thank you for telling me about constellations. Now I want another story immediately.
I don't know how much I've ever told you, or how much Greg has told you, but I didn't have the best childhood.
Ooh, we're looking at the bell again. Yeah, I think I heard that. Why was it bad? Did they force you to sleep outside and stare at the constellations, and you were only allowed back in when you could name all of them correctly? Is that why you know about all of them now?
My dad didn't like me. And my mum didn't either. And
You don't have to talk about it if you don't want to. We'll just stare at this dead cat instead.
No, it's fine. My dad used to hit me a lot. Don't really want to make a joke at this point. And my mum was probably worse.
Hey? What, your dad hit you a lot? What did your mum do? Street Fighter combos? You come home from school one day, she's waiting there with a shurioken with your name on it. She's literally tattooed Angus onto her knuckles. And you can see her crouching and sort of dancing in the kitchen as she tries to enter the correct button inputs. What am I talking about? Domestic abuse is not a joke.
She wouldn't feed me.
Oh, Angus actually did have a bad childhood. I feel bad for the Street Fighter thing now.
Which is why I really like cooking now. Haha. Make the most of a bad situation and all that. She'd shove me into the pantry and slam the door really hard, and all the stuff would fall off the shelves on top of me.
Oh my god, Angus. I didn't know at all. Why would somebody waste food like that? I mean, if you're gonna shut him in a room, shut him in the airing cupboard or something. Don't shut him in the room with the food. That's awful.
She'd lock me in there for a day at a time sometimes.
That's alright though, because if you get locked sort of in a tiny little room by parental figures, you do end up becoming magic. That's what I learned from Harry Potter.
So I'd try to develop psychic powers whilst I was locked in the pantry, so I could signal the neighbours, or unlatch the door. Didn't work, as you might guess.
Did you ever tell anybody?
I never did. I don't know why. After a while I started feeling guilty too for some reason.
At this point I don't even feel like I should be doing the voices.
Like this was something bad I was doing?
Like being abused? Angus, that's not your fault at all.
You were a kid, a child, probably just like a midget. Oh, don't worry, I know that now. Boy, do I ever.
Question, can I go kick all of their asses? May, you're shorter now than Angus was when he was a kid. You rock up there, you're gonna get locked in the pantry. There's no way you're getting out. I've got some experience, I can F some shit up.
Well, my mum is kinda old now, but my dad is actually immortal. He lives forever, go F his shit up. I still have to visit her sometimes.
Do you lock her in the kitchen, for sort of old time's sake? She's in a wheelchair, she can barely move, and you just roll her into the pantry. Have fun, mother.
I have a brother, he's overseas in the army. And my dad left 10 years ago, so who knows where he is or if he's even alive. If he is alive, I don't want to know about it.
Angus, I just want to give you a hug forever. Angus, I would give you a hug through the television if I could. Of course I can't, because fictional characters aren't real, as I remind myself every night before I cry myself to sleep.
I was luckier than a lot of kids. I'm just glad I didn't, yeah.
He could have been stuck in that pantry to this day.
Anyway, to your original question. Testing out my psychic abilities in the pantry made me really more interested in both paranormal stuff and science. Ah, look at this character development. He's using the terrible experiences he had as a child to become a superhero. And when that didn't work out, he just settled for scientist. And by joining a skeptic society on the internet, which helped debunk a lot of the supernatural stuff he'd seen, he became more of a skeptic, more of a person willing to question the world. And that helped keep me sane. Because when someone does all that stuff to you, it can make you do bad things to yourself. But anyway, yeah, no ghosts or God. No ghosts or gods, only pantries. I'm fairly certain that's a saying. I feel like if I'd been through that, I'd be more likely to want to believe in God or something. Why would you be more likely to believe in God? Ah, there's this benevolent all-powerful spirit that lets me get locked in the pantry every night. Boy, am I happy that he exists. Oh, well, so like the constellations, I don't believe there's a whale out there, but I believe that the stars exist, and that people put the whale there. Like, I don't know, we're good at drawing lines through the spaces between stars, like we're pattern finders, and we'll find patterns. And we like really put our hearts and minds into it, and this is really sweet and heartfelt, even if we don't mean to. So I believe in a universe that doesn't care, and people who do. And Lazy Dragon's grey heart grew 3 sizes that day, as a bear in a hat taught him how to love the universe again. I feel like a lot of people don't think they found God, but like God found them. What, was he playing hide and seek or something? 8, 9, 10, coming, ready or not. Damn it, Jesus, we know you can see through the holes in your hands. Stop cheating. Like, when they were having bad times like you did, they thought God would find them. God never did. Angus was real good at hide and seek. I was completely alone in the pantry, but a few years later, Greg did. Who needs God when you've got Greg? So, like, the stars can stay up there and not give a shit about us, but this whale, he's pretty cool. You're an extremely good and smart person, Angus. We came here to stop a serial killer. Instead we're just giving compliments to all of the stars. But I'm no more good or smart than anyone else. You probably weren't expecting to feel when you came to this video. Do you know what I'm feeling right now? I'm feeling a sense that there's someone behind us. 180-degree turn. Come on, people. You can see him there. Come on, come on, come on. Yep. I should come out here more often. No, you bloody shouldn't, mate. Turn around. Haha. Haha. Yeah. Don't look at him. Who? There's someone standing behind us. Angus noticed immediately. May, for Christ's sake. In the trees. Holy shit. It's the dude that kidnapped the kid. Holy shit. What do they look like? Tall, wearing some kind of weird coat. Like a utility coat or something. Oh god. Happy music's gone. I want to go back to my happy place. That's the ghost. I'm more worried about it being a living person, standing in the woods, staring at us. Oh god, oh god. Well, don't panic. Follow my lead. Angus takes off his hat and just chucks it at him. Dismembers the ghost entirely. Hey there. Out for a hike? I'd say Angus, confront the ghost. Nice night. He's still being polite, even when he's confronting a possible kidnapper. He's still polite. Lovely Angus. He's a little hostile, right, because he's not answering questions? That's definitely a little hostile. Hey! Listen, I know what you did! May, no. I saw you! Okay, well, we're gonna run now. We need to get to the car. But your asthma. I got an inhaler. The good kind, too. No one in heaven or earth can stop me when I'm inhaling. Deep breaths. In. Out. Alright. Roar! He didn't even do anything to try and stop us. Now we're just sprinting away through the woods.
It's still a cutscene. I can't do anything, they're just running away on their own accord. So we came all the way up here, we saw a radio tower go, oh there he goes, now he's running. Is it a chase sequence? Oh no, we're in the car. We're safe. We've got 4 wheels and this is in the back seat. You okay, big guy? Yeah, I'll be okay in a few minutes. I'm resilient. So that was it, that was the ghost. Or it was some weirdo who lives out there. They probably get lots of kids throwing parties back there. I mean, the party we went to where you threw up. That wasn't too far from there. Don't remind her that she's constantly vomiting and causing problems. May, it's like every other explanation is more likely than a ghost. Okay, fine, whatever. Sorry. Grouchy. Headache. That was scary. That was scary. You know, if I was hunting for a possible serial killer, I maybe would have brought a hammer with me. You know, just in case I need to assemble a bookcase whilst the killer's watching. Yeah, I've got no idea what I'd do if a killer was watching me, other than hastily assemble IKEA furniture. Well, damn. We've even got a new picture. Thought Angus is psychic, but his hat blocks it. Ah, and there's the constellations, and no clues, but Angus saw the masked man too. So with that, I think it's time to end. Thank you all for joining me. This has been our continued blind playthrough of Night in the Woods. We'll be back before too long with the rest of May Borowski's ghost hunting adventures. If you've got a game you'd like to see played on this channel, feel free to leave it in the comments down below. And until next time, fuck, there's a dream sequence. Alright, go on. What's happening? I did the outro, now we're just looking at stars. Oh, there's May. Hey, May. Normally we have to run around and find some musicians. There don't appear to be any musicians here, we're just running up hills. We already did this, we already ran up some hills. Do I run all the way to the end? Maybe I'll just keep running. Oh, there's explosions going on back there. I want to see the explosions, but I can't get up to that upper level. This is most peculiar. Curiouser and curiouser. All the other dreams had us finding musical instrument playing animals. And it was kind of cool. What is that? Is that pointing up? Do you want me to go on the upper level? I can't get onto the upper level. There's the moon with stars in front of it. How exactly does that work? What else have we got down here? We're just walking. I've bought a walking simulator. Well, you don't normally see that in walking simulators. Hey, puss. Hello? Meow. Can you talk? Ah, it's the great panther spirit. Yes. My god, it is the panther spirit. You've been chosen. You'll be the next queen of Wakanda. For some reason, you're the first thing here I've thought to talk to. To be fair, the other things you saw in your dreams tried to eat you. So, you know, if a tiger's putting your head into its mouth, your first port of call should not be to try and reason with it that you don't taste very good. Are you God? I always imagined that God was a pussy. No. Oh. The giant cat is not in fact God, it's just a giant cat. It's okay everyone, just a run-of-the-mill giant cat, we can all go home. So, seconds ago, little creatures are coming. And they are asking if I am God. And I am asking what God is. Do you not own a dictionary? And they are telling me. And I am not this God. And this God is nowhere. And apparently I'm sponsored by the word and. Well, that's where faith comes in, I guess. Little creatures are explaining faith. And moments ago is the beginning. And I am here then and here now. And there is nowhere for God to be hiding. I checked. He wasn't behind the sofa. He wasn't in the garden. So what am I doing here? Monstrous existence. I mean, she's 20 years old. I don't think she's had much time to get up to anything too monstrous. Yes, you see, I committed genocide when I was 15. Oh boy, what a great day that was. No, I mean, what am I doing here? What are you? What are those other giant animals?
Have I been seeing ghosts? Should I be joining the mystery machine? There were like bits of the world. I think I was on a train, but it was like a town. It's all... I lost it. You did lose it. This is just May slowly becoming insane, and steadily over the course of the episode she realises it. The final episode will just be her in an asylum, banging her head against a wall. A great beast is walking through the sands. It's a camel, like real big camel, and they are climbing into the air. It's a bloody impressive camel if it can do that. And now they are making a tear, and now they are gone. So there are creatures that can fly that tear something and then disappear, and now you are here. What? A tear? With their hooves. I was right, it was a camel. They are making a tear. Little creatures are wandering through the air. Is this Selma's in disguise? There's a lot of poetry here, a lot of rhyming words. And they are dragging in places and echoes of lives. And they are asking me about God. My head hurts. And I'm going to tell you something, little creature. You are swimming further and further out to sea, and beyond are things blind and terrible. Like an 80-year-old man whose eyesight is going, but whose opinions are very, very strong. And I am showing you now. Oh no! Giant bugs! Is this the future that awaits us, O Spirit? I feel like I'm in a Christmas carol. Do I need to repent my ways and be nice to small crippled children? Is that how I fix the future, or whatever the fuck's going on here? Oh god, oh god. They are blind, but they are seeing you, and you are coming to them. After this you are not returning here. I am climbing onto the air, and closing the sky. But why how do you close the sky, actually? Is it like a zip-up bag? Like, one day the sky's there perfectly normal, the next you just see this giant cat slowly zipping the clouds shut. I will tell you a second thing. It is! It's Christmas Carol! We've had the ghost of May Borowski past, which was some cockroaches. Logically, this next one should be a really fat, joyful animal. There is a hole at the centre of everything, because the really fat second ghost from A Christmas Carol sort of fell through the floor. Now there's just a giant sod-off hole there. What are we meant to do about this? And it is always growing. Between the stars I am seeing it. This started as a nice game about coping with coming back to your hometown. Now we're dealing with intergalactic, possibly interparallel universe threats. It is coming, and you are not escaping, and the universe is forgetting you, and the universe is being forgotten. Who is forgetting the universe? Who wakes up one morning and goes, what's that really big thing with all the stars and the planets? I just can't remember the name of it. And there is nothing to remember it, not even the things beyond. And now there is only the hole. So, does anything mean anything? Am I supposed to be jumping into a hole? This is not a question worth answering. What about my home? What about my friends? Or, what about the trees in fall? What about the leaves? Why do you put your friends on the same level as some leaves? Are you secretly pseudo-wudo in disguise? Because I'd be quite happy to pay for this game all over again if that's the plot twist. Soon your friends are dying. Soon they are rotting. You are atoms, and your atoms are not caring if you are existing. Your atoms are monstrous existence. Then why am I here, goddammit? Why was I chosen to see all of this? Where is this going? Where is this going? Bloody hell, I've tried to wrap it up before we went to bed. No, we have to keep going through May's dream sequences. Just take some NyQuil or something, help you sleep through the night. Little creature, you are not chosen. There is no one to choose you. Ash Ketchum died many years ago. Nobody is choosing anyone from now on. We are not meeting again, and the universe is forgetting you, and I am remembering you. But not because I am caring. Getting a real bipolar vibe off this guy. You know, it's not as if I actually like you. You know, I'm gonna remember you, but it's not because I care or anything. Backer. The beginning is moments ago. The end is moments away. There is no time to forget before all is forgotten. Goodbye, little creature. And then the greatest plot reveal of all, that was actually just the cat in the hat. Well, I've already done the outro, so you lot can argue over what that giant mystical cat was talking about. Until next time, farewell everyone.